Welcome back to a very basic space program. Last time we got a craft into orbit, but this big engine, it is not working. So it's been in orbit for a while. I think it's probably time. I did an attempt at a docking. Now, of course, if we were NASA, this wouldn't be happening, but we're not NASA. So please join me. Right, so we spent a while just sort of floating around near to Dawn 2. We got ourselves near to Dawn 2, and then we've completed all of the requirements for that mission. I just need to check. So we just got to dock to Dawn 2, and then new crew to Dawn 2. Is that add more crew capacity? Oh, that's interesting. Increase the crew capacity on Dawn 2. Dock. Oh, this will complete that mission because it's actually got space for 3 there and 2 there. It's 5. So that would actually complete that mission. Without me having to send that unit up, but I'm going to send it up anyway because, you know, stuff and things. That's actually annoying that by just docking this, we're going to increase the capacity. We've got the send new crew. That's going to be going on there. Now, where's the duration one? Where is the here we are. So this one just needs to return home. I'm hoping that this will still pass. If it doesn't and we go home, I'm fine with it. We'll cheat it completed because we can see it's done. It's just got to return home now. Let's just do a quick check of where we are with things. So we have mate. We're waiting for a little while. It's going to be a little while and see if we get any signals and things like that. Jupiter, is that the flyby of? That's the flyby of Io. So that will complete that mission there. And I think that's it. Now we've got a maneuver around Saturn, which is going to be, that is going to be, I don't know, is that just as doing a maneuver change or something? I can't remember anymore. It's terrible. So yeah, but that would take us all of that. That'll go there. Okay, so we're going to be computing quite a few missions. We still have quite a while to go. How many days is that? 2,000, so 3,000 days, almost 10 years to go until we get to Uranus and Neptune. We're not even going to talk about that. That's it's a while. It's 10,000 days, give or take a year. Right. So what I have done in between bits is you can actually see I've done some little maneuvers with these thrusters, and literally it was just using the thrusters to change our velocity. I pointed it in this direction, and then we just played translate left and right, up and down. And we've got ourselves down to a separation of 85 meters. Now, the important thing for us is we cannot have this target delta V get too crazy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the RCS off. I'm going to put us into retrograde relevant to target because we're going to have to slow down. We've got about 36 minutes, so we can just speed up through here until we get closer. But we're keeping an eye on this target velocity. It's going to get closer. We should move in pretty slowly, actually. So we should have to. You can see the relative target velocity is actually going pretty low. There we go. We've got within the loading range now, and you can see it coming in. So we're going to just slow it down a bit. We've got another 9 minutes or so until we actually have to stop. You can see the target velocity is very low. So this is going to be a nice slow docking. Sort of reminiscent of real life. They would do something like this, coming in with very little difference in velocity, just sneaking in like this. We do have 9 days of fuel on board. Well, not 9 days of fuel, 9 days of supplies on board. We've got a lot of fuel. We have a lot of fuel in this tank, so I'm not too worried about it. I'm annoyed I can't actually transfer some over to Dawn. That would have been a nice little thing to do, but we will live as they are. We're going to wait until it gets very close. I'm just having a look. And we'll reorientate the Dawn craft, actually, I think, once I get nice and close. So we're going to do that. I'm going to stop it there. I'm going to jump across to Dawn. And I'm going to go, right, I want this to be, control from here. I want this to be on its normal. There we go. Because I want to dock to either this port or this port. I could go for these, but we're going to leave these for the moment because we've got the solar panels in the way. I'd have to retract those. I don't want to play silly with those. Right, so let's see. This is currently using this RCS because we've got so much of it left. I really would love to keep this attached for now. I don't know if these common berthing modules actually work. I've never tested them. So when we bring up another module, we'll be testing that as well, which is interesting. But we will do that without any crew on board, I think, because, yeah, stuff and things. Now, where is that vessel? Where are you, the vessel? I can't see you. Where are you coming from? Are you ahead? Are you below? Where? Oh, there you are. Thank you. We'll just do that. Target you. What's your thing? Right. This is going to just hold itself now, is it? I think so. Right, I can just jump over here and we can say, okay, we're gonna jump that to target. Yeah, I want target. Hello, come back. We're gonna put ourselves on the retrograde. I'm gonna activate that now, actually. So that should pull us round and put me on the retrograde for that, because we've got about 1 minute 40 until we're going to be within 72 meters of it. What I can do is, while we're doing this, I can do a little bit of maneuvering. You see, I'm just firing some of the translation controls. Now, one thing I do need to check is how much of this do I have? I've got a lot of that. That's not a problem. We're just going to bring this in. You can see we've got a relative velocity to target of about 1.5. That's not bad. We're going to basically be popping this up. We are doing a little bit of rolling, which I'm not happy about, but we can leave it. I could put force roll on. It's interesting that stock does that. It does still keep the sort of forcing of the roll. I suppose it's designed to. I would imagine. I'm trying. Oh, this is not easy. Actually, I think it's partly because the station has now got a wobble on. That's going to be problematic. There we go. Come on. Just do that. Give me a little tiny thrust. A little bit. Ooh, so close. We're just. Can I set that as target? Why is that not? Ah, right. That is what we've got as a problem. Right, so pull that back. So this is fine. This is going to be an episode of me attempting to dock two things together, two quite large things. So what we've learned about this is I probably need some thrusters on this end of this. Also, it would help if I wasn't in physical time warp. Pull that to there. Thank you. We're going to pull that to normal speed now. We're just going in at normal speed because that's what we're going to do. Come on. Have we hit? Have we actually hit? We've contacted. Are you kidding me? How have we not docked? How has this not happened? Yeah, has anybody else had trouble docking? Because we've docked before, but we've not used this docking port, have we? There we go. Come on. We're actually rubbing. We're actually rubbing it. Look. How is that not? Hold on a second. Apollo docking. Docking port propellant. Okay. Right. Yeah, if anybody was commenting about that, should have seen that earlier, shouldn't I? Yeah, that's an oversight. Some would say a considerable one. I thought that's Apollo. That's Apollo. Why have I not put an Apollo docking port on the end of there? Why is that there? Right, well. Okay. Right. So yeah, that docking would have been a lot easier. What are we going to do? If I let that go, it's going to hit the station. So we're going to let it drift a little bit. And I'm actually going to decouple it. We're going to aim the camera up here. Where's the aim camera button? Where are you? Aim camera. There, that one there. Thank you. Wonderful. So that's now done. We've got that off, and this will actually make this easier to do. Oh, you're kidding me. Right, so what we now need to know is that, yes, this is an interesting experience. We need to modify these in future and put an Apollo port on the end of that. Yeah, that was a piece of foresight that, you know what, I've copied and pasted something, haven't I? Yeah. That is funny. That is very funny, in fact. Yeah. So, you know, sometimes it helps to check your docking ports are actually the correct ones. To all of those of you who saw that, well done. To those who didn't, you are in a good group, because I did not see it either. So that would explain why we were having so much rubbing and it wasn't actually docking. Yes, that's it. So that can sit there now. If I'm clever, I could send a craft up to dock there, and then we could actually use that as an adapter, which is an option, actually. I wonder if I could get the station to actually target that and dock to it. That would be a challenge. So you know what, we might do that. We might just try and do that. To bring these down a bit. We need to come down here. We need to get onto target, don't we? There we go. That's better. Come on. How close are we? We're coming in. So once we've got docked this, we might try and dock to that. Because it's going to be one of those episodes, I think, where I am just not going to be having fun. Right. I mean, I think docking is fun. It is fun. Yeah, don't underestimate that. Put a bit of a thrust there, actually. Go on. Yeah, there we go. Whoa. That's an interesting bit of talk. I want to target that. Not into my solar panel. Right, target. I want to control from here from now on. Now take me towards it. Come on, just magnetize just a smidgen. Come on. No. Oh, we've made it worse. Yeah, that's going to be a problem. Right, I think we're going to abort that. Right. We did transfer all the science from this when we were wherever. So we're going to put this onto, let's see, we're controlling this. So put that on the normal. In fact, no, we want to put one of these on the normal. So we're going to control from there. We're going to turn that off. We're going to put it into orbit. We're going to put it as normal minus, in fact. And we're going to rotate everything. I'm going to see, can we move stuff into, can we transfer fuel in tanks? That's what the thing is going to be. No, I can't. That's annoying. Has this thing got enable crossfeed? Can I now do it? Is that a thing I can do? Oh, I can. Wonderful. So we can actually fill these tanks. That's good. So what we'll do is we'll do that, and we're going to do out from there. Fill those tanks up nicely. And then technically I should fill this tank from here, but that's not going to be a problem. Right. Where's it gone to now? It should be space debris. Yeah, it's gonna flow away and it's not gonna come back. You know, we've pretty much, oh, we've messed that up a bit. We'll do that again. Right. So we want that one. I want that one. Let's see if the old glitch is there where it doesn't let you do the transfer again if you've unless you've time warped. This used to be a very old glitch. Right, so that's this one, is it? Yeah. So that's out, out, out. Are they filling? They are not. So do we have to do a bit of time warp, then do that? We do stop, stop, out, out, out. No, we have to do, so there's an old little glitch that used to happen, which was you had to time warp. Alt, that one, that one, that one, that one. So this is the main tank. So we're going to go out, out, out. There you go. Nope, nope, that's not working either, is it? So that's full. Are you full? Is that the only one that's full? Okay. Maybe that's a glitch with RP-1. I don't know. In. Won't let us do it. Must just be the one tank you can do it with. That's a little annoying. And of course, I don't think I've got TAC fuel balancer, have I? I don't think that's actually covered or whatever allowed now. It's not on this install, I don't believe. Right, so then can I do the next one? What about you? You're full. You're not full, so we're going to go to there, going to go to there, going to go in. Nope, we have to time warp a bit for you. So this is one of the glitches with 1.10 that used to be a thing. And of course, we are still in 1.10 in this save, so that's the reason that we have this glitch. I don't know if it's still there in the new versions. I don't think I've checked, actually. It's one of those things I've not looked at. Right. Now, of course, I don't need to do this. Yeah, you can see it's still stuck. So we need to come off that, turn that off to there, turn that off to there, do that to there, do that to there again. Just make sure we've done it enough times so that I'm not wasting my time and your time while you watch. So, comment down below. What was your thought on the docking there? Was it something I should have attempted? Should I have gone for it? Yeah, it's an interesting one. So we have a fuel-only duct on the top, which I did not notice. So that's interesting because, of course, the Apollo one there is slightly bigger. So we need to retrofit some of our craft to put the Apollo port on there. We don't want fuel only ones, unless we put fuel only on the unit we send up next, which is an option. But I don't know. We don't have the ability on this version to send an engineer out there to do some work. Otherwise, I'd just stick a docking port on the side. We could send up a little adapter, though, couldn't we? We could send up one of these with a docking port adapter on it, which would be quite interesting to have, maybe. We'll think about it. But I think definitely for docking, we now know we cannot attach those things just as lifeboat things. Right. So we're docked. Let's actually have a look at what the situation is here. Can I turn off the... Can you shut down the avionics while crewed? So what's the crew capacity for that? That has a crew capacity of... It doesn't tell me. Right, let's try transferring some crew. So where are we? I'm just going to move one because I need two of them to stay in the thing, I think. So transfer crew. Let's have a look. Let's move Victoria. You're able to go there. Okay. Is Victoria going to go? Transfer is initiated. Is it going to be finished? Moved cabins to there. Okay, so what if... Have you seriously moved? Because you don't look as though you moved to me. I don't see crew in there. So you don't have... I wonder if it's not been... Let's transfer you. I wonder if it's not been updated to actually have stuff. So what's... Oh, was this before we did that? I can't remember. Right, so we're now back all on board, are we? Okay. Right, I think we're gonna undock this. Unless we... How much fuel have you got? You know what, you've got a lot of fuel. Let's see if we can do something about this. So if we do we do that there. That and that. What are you... Right, so have I got fuel transfer through this? Disable crossfeed. So that has crossfeed enabled. Does this have crossfeed enabled? It does. Does that? It has crossfeed enabled. So where is it not crossfeed enabled? That's got... We know that this and that has access. So what's not... Oh, this bit. Is it something to do with this? Enable crossfeed. There we go. That's interesting. Okay. So now that should work. Nope. No, it doesn't. Okay. Let's continue. That is not going to be a crossfeed issue. That is got crossfeed. Let's have a look. What about this? Have you got crossfeed? Disable crossfeed. Enable crossfeed. Okay, so now try this. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Right, so that can pump out, that can pump out, that can pump out. And yeah, I know I'm leaving, you know, this essentially is a waste of stuff here because it's actually going to be discarded at some point. But it does mean we could send up something with empty tanks. If we send up something with empty tanks, we can then fill it up, which is, you know, long-term storage of propellant on orbit. It's not a thing to be laughed at, is it? Right. So we've got that. That's done. That's done. These use different fuels. Okay, so I can now turn this back on to disable crossfeed. We can then go to here and we can disable crossfeed. And then we can undock. We've got everybody on board, have we? I think we do. Are we all on board? Transfer crew. Yes, you are all here. That's fine. All right. Let us undock. We're going to transfer to this. Nope, not this craft. This one. Right, there we are. Get the old RCS on. We're gonna back away carefully. Turn that off. Wow, we had that set to orbital stuff. Right, and then I want to put myself in retrograde. Carefully. So the station should stay in that orientation. It should get some electricity. It should be okay. Even if that loses power, it's not a big issue for us. Let's have a check. So contract completed. We have sent a new crew to the station. Didn't check that. And we have added more capacity. Only got 20,000 for that just by docking this. So yeah, that's not a big improvement, is it? What other missions we got? We just got to get these crew back now. So this has been like a long talky doey episode. I don't even know if I'm going to cut this down. I should cut out some of the dock in there, but why do that? Why do that? Right. let's have a look. Where do we want to bring ourselves down? I'd like to come down in the ocean. There's fine. So we're just gonna fire our engines. Let's have a look. Are we firing in the right direction? Yes, we are. So you know what? Do that. We turn the engines on. Is this able to be? Oh, now that's interesting. You dock with something, it can be fixed. Wow. So we've fixed the engine, have we? Is that what we're saying? The engine has been fixed. That is amazing. Didn't expect that. What's the delta V we got? Yeah, not enough to do that. I think I brought that down too much. Where's my perihaps? Oh dear. Well, crew. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting one. But I suppose we're going to be testing your re-entry. So yeah, you know what? Let's just do it. Let's make it happen. That decouples that bottom bit, doesn't it? Yeah, and then that decouples the top section. We're going to arm our parachutes at some point. We're going to arm it now, actually, just in case. Interesting, the parachutes got a blazer, obviously, to protect them. There we go. And I'm going to bring this around the horn, as it were. So we're leaving the station up there. There it is. Is that it? Or is that a planet? And that could be a planet. Where is the station? The station was that it there? No, that's the sky as well. Oh, no, there it is, the station. That is the station. So we've got the dog DO4 up there. Before we hit atmosphere, we will do our decoupling of the bits that need to be decoupled. We will also open up these things here. We'll do that. Keep that there, actually, for now. Right, let's go. So yeah, comment on the episode. I know it was a very much an odd episode because it was pretty much docking. But should I have gone for that docking? Could I have got that docking a little easier? I probably could have. It was basically a dead-end spacecraft, and we did not have the most maneuverable thing in the world, i.e. we had a space station. So I think we chased it reasonably. Yes, I could have spent more time on it, but you can see now, just if something is tumbling, you need to get in very close, match basically very close to it, and then let it tumble onto you in many ways, which is what we didn't do. We should have got as close as we did for that final pass, then I would have held it. That was difficult because of just the shape of the craft. The craft was asymmetrical. It was all over the place. Yeah, it wasn't easy. So yeah, that's the situation. But we have now learned docking ports. Docking ports are important. Stop using the propellant ones. Pretty much what we need to do. I'm intrigued as to how that happened and when that snuck onto the craft. I wonder if I was in my head planning it for the Dawn 1 station to see if we could bring life back into that, because that would have had those ports on. So yeah, right. What we're going to do, we're going to spin this round because it needs to be in the normal. And as it's spinning, we will decouple some stuff. There we go. That's lovely. And then we will activate these things like that. We're going to put ourselves on surface negative. There we are. Why are we not firing? There we go. Is that now not going to work? Why are we not working? Hello? This is a bit of a negative. Everything should be on. Why are we not on? What have we got of a problem? We have a blater. We have everything going. What is wrong? Crew, what is wrong? Do I need to do that? Turn that off. And put that on. Put us on retrograde. Why is my RCS not working? Right, let's troubleshoot. Let's turn it on and back off again. Okay. Descent mode. That's working. I can't reset it now because we're in. Where's my activation toggles? Port, starboard. Give me everything, please. Right, we're not speeding. We're not doing anything like that. Yeah, this is a concern. This is a big concern, in fact. We are tumbling uncontrollably. Execute. Anything? Hello? Why do we not have control of you? What is going on? Are we too heavy? I mean, we have control for 3.5 tons. What's the vessel info? Are we over? Are we over something? Have we got too much on board? 2.9. We're under mass. Okay, so it's not a control situation. Can we control from here? Is that a thing? Is that something I have to do? What is going on with you? Control port default control from here. Yeah, we are going in without RCS, which means we are going to tumble potentially. I need this thing to basically orientate itself. Are we actually? We've not fired any, have we? There's no evidence of firing. Right, is that because we docked? That's the question that I've got now going on in my head. Right, is this thing going to straighten itself out? We are coming in probably the worst way we could have potentially come in. Right, so I'm going to need to. Wow, this is bad. Do that. Right. Okay. We're not even coming in a nice way. We've got our center of mass is actually going to be off to one side. Just turn descent mode. That's right. So descent mode is off now. That means our center of mass should be at the bottom, and we are flopping around quite a bit. So we're going to come in over the top. Yeah, this is interesting, isn't it? What do you think at this point? Comment down below how you think this is going to go, because I do not have any idea right now. I should probably slow us down. Yeah, let's do that. So I think it's going to be painful. We may overstress the crew, is what I'm thinking, or we may overheat. We're not coming from a high orbit though. That's a positive. If we were doing this on the return from, say, the moon, I'd be really terrified right now. Have a look on the screen. Is there anything that I am missing? Is there anything I have not got? We've got the data from those things. We've got all this stuff. Everything is turned on. Helium. I'm out of pressurant. Why are we running out of pressurant? Oh, it's moved it when we've been using the other stuff. Oh, now that's interesting because it'll have gone through the docking port at the top. Right, so that's it. So it's a helium problem. So we need to check helium before we do anything. Right, there we go. That's saw that. Did you see that? Did anybody else see that? No, pressurant. There is no pressurant in the system. That's brilliant. Well, yeah, ladies, that's your fault. You should have seen that. I shouldn't have to do this for you. Okay, right. We've got a roll on, which means I can technically, if I'm really quick, we can do a descent mode situation, just like that, and it'll pull us to one side, like that. Yeah, there we go. That's fine, isn't it? I mean, that's never going to be a problem doing that. Yeah, we're going to do a curve. I'm just trying to keep us in the upper atmosphere a little bit longer, and going sideways like that might help us. It might not, though. You can hear the craft all the way around exploding. I think we should be okay. I think, yeah, we're going down reasonably slow. It's not a bad one. Velocity is high, but it's not terrible at the moment. I mean, we've scrubbed a bit off. We've scrubbed quite a bit off, actually. I need to turn descent mode off at that point, because that's actually pushing us into the atmosphere. That's right, into the ground, to where we are. We'll just do that. If it keeps rolling, then we're going to be okay with descent mode. But at the moment, using descent mode is actually going to be driving us downwards, which I don't need to do. We don't need that going on right now. This should be okay. We should only need descent mode for like a lunar return, I think. The heat shield and everything should be okay on this, as it is. Right, we can power through this a little bit more. I think we can allow ourselves to go a little bit faster, and see what happens. So we're going to be. I don't even know where we're going to land. Actually, in this is probably what, South America, is it? It might be, potentially. I mean, we're losing speed beautifully, actually, and we're now coming around. So descent mode becomes useful again. Once we're basically, when I put descent mode on, it's going to pop us to the positive, I think. Yeah, so what I could do now is we can tip descent mode on, and it'll do nothing. I'll just demonstrate. There you go. It will actually pull us slightly to one side. It'll start moving our velocity vector just a smidgen. But there you go. We can turn it off. We don't need it. All right, we are through the danger zone. Let's have a look. Where are we actually landing? We are in South America. What's that? somewhere else. What are you doing? Oh, that's the ship, is it? Okay. That's the remnants. I'm going to get rid of that. We'll just have that deorbit or something on its own. It's a bit, actually no, we're going to leave it. We're going to leave it there because it will be a permanent problem for us, I'm sure, which will make things interesting. Would you like to see me send a craft up to actually get it? I mean, is that something we want to do? We could put together quickly a little docking craft and then use that as the docking adapter, but I don't know. I think we just need to move away from using the propellant ports. It's probably the best idea because it's a little cheaty using propellant ports to move crew around, as is seen by the fact I've got Apollo docking ports between these capsules and the top unit. Right, I'm going to fire this off down to the surface, and I will see you back, if the parachutes deploy okay, I will see you back at the base so we can wrap all of this up. So we have recovered our craft. I actually had to do it from the mission, the tracking station, because the little pull down was all over the place. It was having a bit of an issue. I'm not entirely sure why. And I ended up clicking on the return to station or whatever. So it's brought us into here, but you can recover it just down there by clicking on it. And so what have we got? We've got 60 odd science from the synoptic terrain. We've got synoptic weather photography, done that. That's wonderful. We can order that. We've got the crew have gone on for a little break for a month or whatever. And then we've got, that's about it. We've got some funds back from bits and bobs. In between doing this, I have gone and modified the dog 2B. So what I've actually done is I've taken the little tank that was actually doing some RCS control on the top of the dog 3A, and we just put that on top of that extra pod. So now we've got more RCS control. I've repositioned the lower RCS ones just to make it a little easier for you to see. I haven't done that on the other versions. We're just going to test this one out. And I've reshaped that new top tank as well, just so it fits in nicely, just so that the docking port, and of course, yeah, I've put the Apollo docking port on there, just to make sure that it looks nice. And that's going to take 4 days to do that piece of work, so not bad. We have a little bit of upgrade points to spend. We're gonna put them in R&D because I just want to get the R&D moving. And yeah, we have a dog 3C. I don't think you've seen a dog 3C yet. We've got the dog 3B that's going to be done, and we've got Tranquility that's going up as well. Now, of course, Tranquility isn't really required anymore because we've recrewed the station and we've increased its capacity. So I wonder whether we'll actually get another mission for that. Let's actually have a look. We've got lots of missions down here. Add power, add more crew capacity. What does this say? Launch a new module with space for at least 4 Kerbals. Have at least 1 docking port. Okay, so we could give that a go still. I think what we're sending up has space for 4. I'd have to check. I think it's got space for 4. Well, I can't remember. That's going to be interesting. We'll send it up anyway. And a new crew we're going to send up as well. So that will be another one of those. We'll send one of those orbital lab type missions up with the mission module on, do the mission, and then bring it down. And then we also have where we are, flight for at least 3 crew. How long's this one looking for? 9 days. Reasonable orbit parameters. 3 crew. Yeah, we're gonna take that. That's got how long on it? It's got 6 months. Well, we should have craft for that, so we'll have that. We'll do that. We're going to take the add more capacity. I think we're going to have 4. If not, we can get one of our craft to do that for us. And we're going to send a new crew as well. That's going to take a year. They're all going to be around the same time. Okay, so we'll do that once more with that sort of stuff. See how that goes. See if we can actually get a system that works. I need to figure out why that engine stopped working. It's interesting that it restarted after we docked. We do also have potentially a lunar flyby, but we'll see. We're going to test that. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to duplicate this so that we have it being built, because that takes 145 days. We have 170 days, so we could actually get that in and done in time. We just have to put it above the dog 3 if need be. So we'll prep that above there just in case. That will take no time at all. And then we've got the Tranquility module, which we do want to send up at some point. But that is going to be it for this episode. Comment down below what you think the next step for the program are. We've got that flyby in IO at the start of the next episode. We've got the mate craft that we want to wait until we get some signal from it, and then we're going to try and land it on Mars. I'm a little confused about its signal issue, actually. It's something I need to look into. I thought we had range. We may need to send some big comms system over to Mars if we're ever going to plan on putting crew on it, because I want some communications when they do that. And that's about it. So what do we think the next steps are? Are we going to the moon? Do we want to station around the moon? Do we want to, do you want to send an unmanned mission to the moon first? That's something I don't think I've ever done, is a sample return mission from the moon that isn't crewed. So yeah, comment down below. And from me, until next time, have a great one.